Hiya, Lily. You found me over here at the cabin, huh? We love you, Lily. Beanie's inside. Hi, Beanie. I love you. So I totally forgot I was going to show you guys how I car camped for the 4th of July this year. I think I could easily live out of my car if I had to for any kind of situation. I keep my car always prepared. Any of my cars I've kept prepared for years for any situation. Right now I have a 2016 Mazda CX-5 Grand Touring. And before that I had a 2013 Ford Escape, a silver one. Before that I had a 03 white Ford Escape. Before that a little Nissan car was my first actual car besides the old Chevy that I drove in high school like my brother did. So anyway, this 2016 Mazda CX-5 Grand Touring had very little miles on it. I got it a year ago because my other car died and I had to decide if I wanted to put more money into that car than it was worth. So I decided to just trade that in and buy this off the lot. So anyway, car camping. I've been watching a lot of videos and car camping is pretty cool. People live full-time out of their cars, their RVs, their trailers they build, tiny homes. All those videos of people going to Quartzsite and different areas living out of their vehicles. So I thought I would show you guys how I made a bed in here easily and quickly for 4th of July, where I camped for a couple nights with family. So basically what I do, the front seat, I pull up all the way and have the back go forward. And there's some of my supplies coming out from under the seat. I have food, water, emergency supplies stashed throughout. So the passenger seat all the way forward and the back all the way forward. And then back here, I just pull this lever and that back goes down, and this one over here I can pull the center one down or the left one, and I'm going to leave the left one up and just have the center one go down. Whoops, wrong button. Let's try that again. If I know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, it's the smaller one, not the big one. There we go. So that goes down. So I also have this box back here, which I have to empty to make my bed. So I have sweatshirts, shovel, and I also, underneath this panel under here, I have an extra big blanket. It's kind of lifting up this board right now so that my back isn't kind of coming down like it was for camping. This board is kind of lower, unlike other vehicles that makes totally flat. There's still a little raise right there, so I put this blanket underneath here, so more insulation and raising up this. And then underneath this blanket I have tons of emergency supplies, so I could always pull that blanket out and use it if I needed. So I have my sleeping bag, I have a shovel, I have water, paper towels, bath towel, insulated bag in case I needed to put food and drinks in, whatever. So I take this container and I come up here to the passenger door. Guess I could have done this before I put the seat down. And I put this container upside down right there. I could always store stuff in there too if I was going to be in here for a long time. I get the seat to come back down. I could move my seatbelt out of the way. Got hand warmers coming out underneath there. So that finishes off the flat surface, and I put my head here, or I could put my feet there actually. And I do have another black blanket underneath back there that I could always drape like up here and around here, so that when people look in from the side, they would just kind of see that it's an empty cab up here in the front. But then I could have a black blanket going around back here, so I could have this all private back here and block out the windows if I got Reflectix for insulation and privacy. But having the front empty, that way people aren't, you know, thinking somebody's staying in here. So anyway, that finishes up the front. I would put a pillow right up there in the front. And basically now I can use any blankets here or the sleeping bag I can do. So for camping for 4th of July, I did not have my sleeping bag. I just had a bunch of blankets. But right now, I will use the sleeping bag. Hi, Lily. Use the sleeping bag. And we'll say that my pillow's up here. If I didn't have time to grab a pillow, I would just use my sweatshirt right there. Now we'll take this nice plush, big, soft I love you blanket and get that spread out. If I can do it one-handed. I don't know if I can. If I didn't fold it wrong. Anyway, I'd have multiple blankets. Like so. And again, have a pillow up here at the front, or my feet up at the front and pillow in the back. And then I can stand under my hatch back here and stand here and brush my teeth and do whatever. I still have this area over here on the left that I could have. I could even have a little unit with shelving, so I could have stuff in it if I really was going to live in here full time. But for now, I could have this stuff. I have all my emergency supplies underneath the board back here. Food, water, toilet paper, all kinds of stuff. Hand warmers, flashlights, all kinds of stuff. And then I could set my backpack here if I wanted, if I was going to grab my backpack. I always keep a gallon of water there, some bear spray, hand sanitizer, fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher I mounted on both sides. More water, snow gloves. I have baseball hat, other gloves. A lot of supplies over the years I've collected just in case. So the best part about this, when I was car camping for 4th of July, was, let's shut these doors. Oh yeah, again, you could have stuff stored in that box down there. And then you could have stuff stored up here. And if I wanted, so this looked more normal during the day, I could put this back more, just the back part of it, so it looked a little more normal from people looking in. But then if I wanted more room down here for my head or feet at night, I could just go like that. And again, I could hang that black blanket I have under the back there. It's really thin. Hang that around for privacy. And I also do have a windshield screen, or a sun screen, whatever, for your windshield. So I would put that up here for privacy too. And you can see there I got a spotlight and gloves, and I got all kinds of stuff. So those doors close, so it's kind of homey looking in from back here. Just climb into bed, and again, you can have your head way down there. And again, I'm 6'4", so this is crazy that I can totally fit in here, and I had no problem on the 4th of July. But now that I evened out this layer with that blanket underneath, which is a heavy-duty blanket, which I could always bring up here for more heat if I wanted. But now that evened out this board down here to be the same height as the seats folded down, because this car, again, had kind of a bump right there. So now I would sleep more comfortably and not have my back going right down that hill. But I could have my head down at this end and my feet down there if I wanted. So anyway, the best part when I was camping on the 4th of July was when everybody went to bed and it was time for me to go to bed. I came back here, lifted up the latch and brushed my teeth and washed my face, whatever I need to do. and then I would close this hatch, and I would come over here to the passenger side, and this could potentially be a little living room for you if you were living in your car. Because slowly I can scoot up my front driver's seat as much as I can, and then also have it go forward. So now I have a little living room area, and I sat there and put my feet up on the backrest of the driver's seat and was able to just sit here and chill. I can be on my phone or whatever. I could even mount my phone up here or a tablet or something up on the back of the seat. And you got yourself a little living room space with kind of a little side table here made out of the middle seat. I mean, I could just do that to have even more room, but less room sleeping. Or I can do that, and then when I'm ready for bed, just lay down that middle part. If I don't catch my bed. So I would sit here and relax, take off my shoes, put on my shoes, and I could dress right here. And then I could just crawl into bed. And I'd have all this length. And then I would again have storage back here behind this back seat. And if I really wanted a even bigger bed, you know, I could lay down this other seat or have two people. Potentially I could have two people in there. But since I'm just by myself, just that. So it's pretty cool. And it doesn't take too long. If I wasn't trying to video and talk, then I could do it really quick. So to put it away, just to open up the hatch, and you could easily just roll all this stuff up, all your bedding. And come up here, put your seats back so you look normal. If I was living in my car, I would just leave the bed made all the time. That way you're not having to make your bed every day, because that's kind of a struggle for people. They want to have an actual bed space, they just leave. This car actually worked out really good with all it can do. It's all-wheel drive and you can take it anywhere. So take your container back here, grab your bedding, put your bedding in it. The back is back to normal. I just got to have the front seat go back. Put the front seat back, put your seat back, maybe a little more so it's normal. And then put the driver's seat back. And I can throw in my stuff in here. Coats, sweatshirt. Obviously I would roll these up and have it more organized if I had two hands. And the strap for the sleeping bag. And the shovel. And that's how I had it all nice and organized. And that just sits back here in my car. And again, I do have more emergency supplies down underneath where the spare wheel is. The spare wheel is still there, just in case, even though I do have AAA. But I also have other emergency supplies in there, including a change of clothes, a couple changes of clothes, which is always good to have if you guys haven't thought about that. No matter what the situation is, a hurricane, earthquake, fires. And now my cab is back to normal. So it's pretty fun to be able to do that and sleep back here. And I think I might actually just take my cat and go spend a couple nights at the beach or something. And actually this area back here that I was saying I could store stuff, I could put stuff up in front of the front seat, and I could have her litter box back here. Her litter box is just a tote container with a hole cut out of it, a big tote container. And it could fit perfectly right there. And then I would have my head up to the front. That way it's not by the litter box, which I use good litter that you can't even smell anything for a long time. So maybe I'll do a video later on of that litter that I use. Anyway, it's really fun to be able to camp in your car if you have a decent vehicle to do it in, which you could even figure it out in a a regular car. I mean, I could sleep up in one of the seats up front and lay it all the way back. Luckily, those seats go really far back, like you're all the way laying down pretty much. And then I would do Reflectix for the windows for insulation and privacy if I want it to full-time car camp or just do it more often. But it's pretty fun to be able to do that and have your car ready for any situation. Oh, there's Beanie. My dad just brought back my chair. It had broken underneath, or actually it was his chair, and he fixed it and just came back and dropped it off. So that's a Mazda 2016 Mazda CX-5. Has great features and safety features and all kinds of stuff. I have a little dash camera that I added up here, and it has all kinds of sensors in the window. Radar camera sensors, automatic rain wipers, all kinds of airbags. Has LED headlights that turn into the corners as you turn. It has LED fog lights, sunroof. Anyway, these are nice vehicles. I've never had a Mazda. I've had Fords, you know, and that's pretty much the same. But so that's my camping in a car spiel. And we'll say goodbye to Lily and Beanie. You guys are so cute. Say bye-bye, Lily. Say bye-bye. I love you. Bye, Beanie. I love you. See you guys later. Bye-bye.